Air Force basketball on altitude is brought to you by Huberger Subaru, the road to quality and economy. Subaru's the way to do it at Huberger. And the way to do it for the Air Force Falcons, I guess, was to kind of get off to a slow start. And really, the upperclassmen, I thought, played a huge role and led the way for Bo Becker to get hot.
I agree, and I think it started with Camden Vanderswag the first half.
Yes.
Carter Murphy the second half, some great, strong, aggressive takes to the rim. I mean, just picking and choosing when they could exploit Wyoming's defense, and that allowed other guys to really get going offensively, really balanced scoring attack, finish with 4 players in double figures. And I mean, and the big story to me was the hot start in the second half. They started so slow. I mean, we were concerned about how slow Air Force started, but the second half got the hot hand in Bo Becker, 5 threes on the game.
And Becker, I mean, at one point was outscoring Wyoming, and again, an undermanned Wyoming team, but nonetheless, there's no apologies for a win when you're grinding out there. Speaking of grinding, Petrides was the man out there. Let's take a look at the highlights. I mean, Regis Petrides, you just never want to take him off the floor. Did he play 40? I don't know. But early on, it was Wyoming, and it was Noah Reynolds getting it going, and the lefties, the leading scorer for the Cowboys, and the only starter they have healthy. That paved the way for the Academy, down 4 at halftime, and then it turned into the Bo Becker show.
The Bo Becker got hot, outscored Wyoming 21-19 at one point, and his teammates knew it. He was running the floor, finishing at the rim. New career high for Becker with 23.
I mean, he was just doing everything right all night long. Finals 82-74, and the shooting percentage, as cold as Wyoming started, as cold as the Air Force started, 53%. Wyoming was red hot from the field.
I agree. I mean, it was a great offensive performance from both teams. Air Force hitting 10 threes, 40% on the game, points in the paint. I mean, that was
How often do you see that?
Huge differential right there. And I would say, I mean, for the first 10 minutes of the game, Air Force was not getting any paint points whatsoever. Right. And so, I mean, the rebounding numbers were really lopsided in the first half, ended up doing a much better job the second half. Bo Becker, career high with 23 points. And I will say a stat that isn't necessarily talked about, you know, were the turnovers. Air Force got 17 points off their turnovers that they forced, and really that was a huge difference as well.
Well, I think a learning experience, too, about getting the ball over. You're facing pressure defense, and again, you're going to see it. You may see this team again in the postseason, and they'll have some of their parts back, but Air Force continues to take step forwards.
Yeah, and continuing to learn how to play with a lead.
Yes.
You know, this young team, so many underclassmen, you know, having that composure, 5 minutes remaining, you've got a 10-point lead. You know they're going to go on a run. You know Noah Reynolds is going to get hot and be aggressive. So, you know, you just see this team night in and night out taking those baby steps, getting better and getting better and getting better. They're 3-3 in conference, won 3 in a row.
Yeah, 500 in conference play, and really only a couple of seniors. So final thoughts as Air Force goes forward. Just keep doing what you're doing and keep learning.
Yes, and they really everybody on this Air Force team has bought into what Joe Scott is saying. The focus is getting better every single day, from across the board. Everyone has something that they can improve on and continue to buy in on, and you're seeing the product work itself out on the floor.
And you get the freshmen all the way to your couple of seniors leading the way. I mean, they mold together very well. They're doing a great job. So the Air Force Academy comes up with a victory tonight. And it didn't look like it early, but they got it done. Tough one, and they get it to 3-3. Great job by the Academy in getting it done. That'll do it for us here for Air Force basketball as the Academy comes up with a big victory. Next up is San Diego State. We'll see if the Air Force Falcons can make that 4 in a row. Next telecast, Air Force men's hockey versus Niagara, January 21st at 4 p.m. But for this night, the Academy comes away with a victory. The final count in this one, 82-74. Good night, everybody.